Milan Borjan is headed on a one-year loan to Slovan Bratislava after Barak Bahar told him that he will not be the first goalkeeper for Red Star. Um, Omri Glazer, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, is set to become the new goalkeeper for Red Stars, coming in from the Israeli league, where he was announced the best goalkeeper this year. So just to backtrack on Milan Borjan, I mean, what else can you say? He's been a mainstay between the posts for 6 years. We all remember the match against Copenhagen, Krasnodar, uh, Salzburg, many other, Liverpool, and all these other matches where he stood on his head and did a magnificent job for the club. Always a professional, became club captain, club legend, despite what some other people might think. But he's clearly a club legend, and this is kind of, the start of the end for him. He's going to go on a one-year loan. Slovan Bratislava is going to pay half of his yearly wages. The rest are paid. Red Star will pay the other half. And then I fully expect after a year that he's going to leave the club and go to different pastures, maybe back to the MLS or something like that. I shouldn't say back to MLS because he's never played in MLS, but MLS will probably become an option for him as well. Slovan Bratislava starts Champions League qualifying from the first qualifying stage, so they are the seeded team. So he'll have a chance to fight for Champions League. And who knows, maybe he'll play in the same group as Red Star if Slovan does make it, which would be very interesting. But yeah, I mean, we've been kind of waiting for this news for, I would say, 2-3 weeks now, since we found out that he's not going to be the starting goalkeeper. I think the question was just where he's going to go, right? Again, him as a Red Star legend, all the stuff that he's done, all the number of matches that he's played, I think he surpassed 300, 350, something like that. So absolutely a club legend. Can still make some very good stops. I'll say that if you've watched Canada play before as well, there was the matches against Mexico and the United States where he made some big time stops, and some of the other matches as well. Even at the World Cup, even though Canada got dominated, he made some really, really important and good stops. The last derby as well, he made 2 or 3 outstanding stops. The one thing I'll say about him is that his kicking has really taken a hit, I would say, the last 2 years. It's just, he used to be really good at it, and then all of a sudden he just kind of stopped being good at it, for the lack of a better word. Just completely sends a lot of balls, out for throw-ins and stuff like that. He's still obviously capable of getting it to his teammates, but it's the one part of his game that I kind of look at and I say, that's the part that's kind of suffered the most in the last, I would say, 2 years. Last year and a half for sure, probably 2 years. His goalkeeping in terms of penalties is very good. He's done very well in that segment of the game, especially in the ties where Red Star has played in the cup, let's say, and they've gone to penalty kicks and things like that. He's really good at those. I think he just reads the play well and where the player is going to go. So I think he does that well. The part of his game where he's also kind of iffy is on corner kicks, like when to come out to collect the ball and when to stay in net. I think that's also a part that he's either really good at, or sometimes you really look at him, you're like, what are you doing trying to get to that ball? Like, you're not getting anywhere close to that. So I think that's another part of his game that's kind of dwindled in the last year and a half to 2. Just coming out to collect the ball. But apart from that, like, a great leader. I mean, he's been club captain for 3 or 4 years now, I guess. I think I want to say since Marco Marin retired. So yeah, like 3 or 4 years now, and he was the alternate captain, I believe, before that. So yeah, he's been a big reason why the club was able to play in European competitions the last 6 years, Champions League, Europa League. He's one of the main reasons for that. And yeah, I wish him all the best. Aleksandar Čabrić, I believe, still plays at Slovan Bratislava, Serbian player. So I think he's familiar with him. But apart from that, I'm not sure that he would really have any ties to any of the other players. And yeah, this is a perfect time for him to prove that he's still a very good goalkeeper. And if he can go out here and really show what he's made of, in Slovan Bratislava ended up winning the Slovakian league last year. I mean, they definitely have their own goals that they're trying to reach this season, and I guarantee you they're trying to at least get to Europa League. So he could be in Europe again for what, the sixth, seventh year in a row. So I mean, that's good for him, good for Slovan Bratislava, where he's actually going to get to play and be a number one goalkeeper. So that's an excellent move. I think for all three parties actually, for Red Star, Milan, and Slovan Bratislava, where you get a proven goalkeeper. And yeah, that's pretty much the piece for today. Let me know what you guys think. Was what Barak Bakar did, was that the right thing to do, to kind of demote him to second goalkeeper and kind of make Milan Borjan leave, or do you think that he should have still stayed as Red Star's number one goalkeeper?